Hello, my friends. I hope you're having a good day so far. It's so beautiful. I'm back in my hammock in my yard. It's such a nice day. And I hope you guys all can get out and go enjoy the sunshine because it's just, it's so nice today. And it's going to be such a good weekend. But I just kind of wanted to follow up with some of the things that we were talking about last night at youth group. We talked about basically this idea that a lot of us struggle with feeling like we matter. Sometimes it's hard to believe that we matter. We may have parents or people in our lives who tell us they love us, that we're important or we're valued, but it's hard to believe it sometimes. Or sometimes there's those of us who we get in a kind of a patch where we're like, I'm really important right now. And like everyone needs to drop what they are doing right now because I need to get to practice or I have something I want to do and everyone else needs to help me get this done right now, right? We all kind of have that balance. But I think a lot of us at some point we struggle just like anybody else with feeling like we matter. It could be because of something someone said or not really feeling seen or heard or important. And we talked about how Mary Magdalene, how she probably related to that a lot. And what I love about the story last night is we talked about how Jesus revealed himself after his resurrection. The very first person he revealed himself to was Mary, this woman, which is very weird in this culture and context because if he wants to be like really show everyone that like I've resurrected, I've conquered death, I really am God, look at what I've done. It's weird that he chose this particular person, Mary Magdalene, one being a woman, because in this community she wouldn't have really had a great voice. People wouldn't always believe her. A lot of times women weren't even allowed to like be a witness in a court. They weren't really validated. Men were much more validated over women. But she also had this kind of crazy history. She had been demon possessed, so she was sort of an outcast in her community. But she kind of, it was this kind of cool moment where we see how Jesus, he chose her to go to first, right after he comes back to life. And we see that in every gospel. So these four different writers wrote it, which I always love because it makes me think they wouldn't have just made this up because it didn't make sense. Why would they have, like, why wouldn't it have been like the other disciples, or why wasn't it like the most famous people or someone else who that they would trust, that they chose to go to Mary, or Jesus chose to go to Mary? And I think last night we just talked about how this is such an encouraging message for us, that Jesus really wanted to show that Mary was included in the story, that Mary was important, that she was validated. And because of the resurrection and him revealing himself to her, she experienced being loved by Jesus in a very special way. And that same truth is for us too. That no matter how much we struggle with not feeling valued or loved by others, that we're trying to impress others, or we just don't feel like we're enough, we get to know that we are, that Jesus sees us as being enough, and that no matter what the world is telling us, just like Mary, if the world is telling you that you don't measure up, that you're not good enough for something, that you don't matter, to remember that Jesus says, no, 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 you matter. So today, I just want to encourage all of you, as you go out this week, think about, how does this change your life? Do you treat yourself like you matter? Do you treat other people like you matter? What would your life look like if you actually believed that truth about yourself and about others? Because just like you matter, others matter. So process through that. Like, what would it look like in your life if you actually believed this truth? How would you treat yourself different? How would you treat others? So go ahead, you guys, love on yourselves, love on others this weekend, and enjoy the sunshine. Bye, you guys.